Yeah, the game got a little sloppy there at the end for us, obviously, but I thought we pitched extremely well. Take away maybe one guy, maybe two, but we threw, I guess, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 pitchers. I felt like that Wiggins came out and did a really nice job. Uh, Pretty much sat 96, 98. Scoreboard's never right. I thought Heston Toll did a tremendous job as well. Came in, quick inning. Lockhart probably about as good as he's been in a while. Maybe his stuff was really good tonight, and that was really good to see. And Vermillion, came in and just let it go and threw the ball extremely well. And then obviously, I guess something that stands out a little bit is Nolan at the end. He had really good stuff. Hard slider, fastball, 92, 93. Pretty much every pitch. And it was good. It was good to see those guys because we're going to need as many as we can down the stretch. And on the offensive side, put together a couple of innings. Just glad that we were able to get a win, kind of a game between two big series. Big series coming up, and we did just enough to win. So good win for us. Hodge?
Yeah, Dave, how did you think Wiggins handled the start, not just pitching, but also everything that comes with being a starter, pregame, mentally, all that stuff?
I thought he did a really nice job. Just watching him and seeing him moving around a little bit before the game. He seemed calm but confident, and I think he was ready to go. He threw a lot of strikes, and it was really good to see. 30 pitches, 31 pitches. That's about all we really wanted him to throw, and that's what he did. And we'll go from there.
That was going to be what I was asking next. Only 31 pitches. Is that just so he could be ready to go this weekend, possibly as a starter?
Yeah, we didn't want to throw him too much. I mean, we thought for sure 2, but no more than 3. But really, right around 30, 35 pitches. So that's why we didn't send him back out.
Hey, Dave, what was the scouting report on Jeans, and what did you make of his start?
Yeah, I mean, he, you think about the first 2 innings. First off, I thought he did a nice job. You're talking about a true freshman or a freshman from Texarkana. He threw 2 different breaking balls. He threw a real slow one. Through a slider type pitch. He, throws fastball 90 miles an hour. And I mean, the first 2 innings, we should have got it. We didn't get him. He walked 4 in the first 2 innings. We didn't score a run. We had a runner first, second, nobody out, start the game. We don't score. So give him credit for pitching out of a couple of jams. But I thought he kept us off balance. And, for the most part, until the 5th inning, it looked like it was going to be tight. It was. But I think he hit a guy, walked a guy. I think we got a single and a grand slam. So, but he pitched good.
Yeah. And how important was it for you guys to get in a game where you could throw a bunch of pitchers just because you haven't had a midweek in a while,
I think it was really important. It's just, this time of year, and then for the pitchers that haven't gotten to pitch much lately or have had outings that haven't gone their way and they haven't been on the mound for a while, you could tell they pitched a little bit of an attitude, even though it was a 1-inning situation or 2 hitters. I mean, Nolan, it wasn't real good at LSU. His first time back, it was real good today and tonight. And then, even Vermillion, he gets 1 hitter, and it looked good. It looked good coming out of his hand. And Lockhart, like I said, that might have been some of the best stuff he's had. And he gave us 2 strong innings, had good velocity, command. It was really good to see.
Randy?
Dave, at times the play was sloppy, as you mentioned. What do you attribute that to?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's baseball sometimes. It was a couple of plays. I mean, obviously we had a pop up and it was hit really high, right in front of home plate, right in front of the mound. The first baseman, in our opinion, had it under control, and third baseman came in and called him off. And he didn't catch the ball. The pop up to the catcher, we could tell from the dugout that he had overrun it, and he's 18 years old. He could be a senior in high school graduating right now. but he's here and he hadn't played in a while. So what do? You can't really get on him about that. The pop up in the infield, yeah. And then Battles, he hadn't made a play like that all year. He started to take the ball out of his glove to flip it, and he dropped it. I mean, I guess better now than this weekend. That's all I can say. But I don't know what to tell you. It contributes to that. I think that it's a midweek game at the end of conference play, and we needed to get through this game so we could get to thinking about Tennessee.
Speaking of the grand slam by Caden, he hit the ball to right field. That's not where I think his normal power zone is, right field.
Well, if you come and watch us hit early, we have a round that's pretty much all Oppo ran, and he hits them in that net all day. We've seen him really develop into a guy that can stay inside the ball, and that was a slider he hit, and he stayed inside of it and hammered it. We knew it was out right when off the bat, just because where he hit it. But yeah, that was really good to see. Yeah, most of his home runs are going to be the pull side, as most players are. But he'd been stuck on 9 for a while. He finally got to double digits. That was good to see.
Has Dylan Leach stopped hitting or switch hitting?
Yeah, we just feel like his swing right-handed is a lot better than left. It's a lot more powerful as well. So he's been doing it for about 2 or 3 weeks now, just swinging right-handed. He's seen some right-handed pitching live, and some of our one-on-one type, I guess you would call just pitcher against hitter. Yeah, so pretty much just swinging right-handed right now.
And then looking forward to Tennessee, when Tony took the job a few years ago, he told me that he came to you for advice. And I think he said you told him something along the lines of, that's a program that has been great. It can be great. Did you foresee, though, that he could turn them around and have them to where they are in such a short amount of time?
Well, what is this, his 4th year there?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. What I told him is to, just go in there and work. And I'd say a whole lot. Don't talk about the former coaches, players that are still in the program. Just work, and the ones that are good enough are still going to be there. And then go get your own, mix them together, and you're going to have a good team. And that's what they got.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Just as far as Tennessee, just what do you look for from their personnel, and what do you see from them?
Well, they have an older team, very athletic. They like to steal bags. They'll put some pressure on you if they can, but they've started hitting the ball out of the park the last few weeks, and that's been a big part of their offense is the home run. Probably for the last maybe 4 or 5 weeks, they've hit the ball out of the park a lot, but. Their pitchers throw a lot of strikes. They don't put you on. They compete hard. They've been really good at home. They've been good everywhere, obviously. So, I mean, they're well coached. They're hard nosed. They're on a mission. They look like it's a fun bunch to be around.
Also, with Nolan's performance tonight, can you see him figuring in relief or even as a possible Sunday starter if you use Wiggins?
Yeah, I definitely could see him coming out of the pen and us having confidence in him. I mean, what he threw tonight that's as good as I've seen him throw in a long time. Velocity was good. Location was good. Even the pitches that were called balls, they were in the zone, just down, and maybe not even down. If they were, they might have been a ball down. And they were a hard slider. He looked good. I threw a slider at 87. I think he might have thrown another one at 88. And they were in the zone. One was fouled off. One was swing and miss. So. Excited for him. He's been working hard, and I got to give him a lot of credit. It was a rough outing he had at LSU, and this is the first time he's gotten in a real game since, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Thanks.
Anything else?
Yeah, Dave, Cullen Smith had another couple of doubles tonight. Do you think he's maybe earned a little bit more consistent playing time, or do you think you'll continue doing what you've been doing, splitting time with him and Nesbitt?
Well, I've talked with Cullen about playing more, and we feel like that. Obviously he's our better offensive option there. So I think he keeps swinging the bat, he'll play.
And then, do you plan on leaving Game 3 still TBA for this weekend, or do you know you'll start?
We're going to leave it TBA. You know, we're going to do what we have to do to try to win a game or two. And if we got to bring in Wiggins to close a game, or, you know, Lockhart or Nolan or any of these guys, Vermillion, we're just going to try to take them one at a time. We've got 6 games left against, you know, 2 really good teams, and, you know, every win is precious. So we're just going to try to get them.
Andrew?
Hey, coach, I'm sure you keep in touch with a lot of different coaches around the league and guys that you've worked with. I was wondering what your relationship with Coach Vitello is still like. Like, do y'all talk regularly? And I'm sure you'll talk a little bit this week, maybe, but can you just talk about what that's like?
Well, usually during the season, don't talk to the other coaches too much. You know, example, you know, with say Will Bolt at Nebraska, or Rob Childress at Texas A&M, and, you know, Sawyer's, and I could go on. But, you know, talk to him a little bit before, you know, once or twice during the season, or, you know, maybe on a birthday, send a text, or, you know, something like that. But yeah, I've talked to Tony a few times, and, you know, I follow their program and they follow ours. And, you know, I'm excited for them for what they've done. Obviously, this weekend, you know, we want to win. I want to win, but I'm happy for those guys that they're having success.
Matt, final question?
Yeah, just 2 on Tennessee. First off, with as far out as recruiting is done, do you still see Tony's fingerprints on your program at all? And how much would you attribute maybe the from about 17 on the role that he's had in at least assembling some of those players?
Yeah, there's I think Opitz is a guy that Tony, I mean, I don't remember how it all went down, but Tony started recruiting him, and I kind of finished it up as far as once we decided we got him. We had to bump his offer up a little bit, and I had to tell Tony we're going to have to give him a little more. He's going to go somewhere else. But other than that, I don't know if there's, off the top of my head, I don't know if there's any more guys. But, you know, definitely when Tony was here, he did a great job recruiting. And, you know, yeah, some of the 18, 19, I mean, they're definitely, I mean, that's part of being an assistant coach and a recruiter. And that's one reason you go out and you get a job like Tennessee. You've done a good job at the previous program, or in the previous program before that, he was at TCU.
And then Josh Elander spent a year with you. He got a job really young, you know, for an SEC full-time job. What have you thought about the job he's done with their hitters?
Well, I think he's done a great job. You know, it's interesting when that all went down. Tony wasn't sure that Josh was the guy because he didn't have the recruiting experience. And, you know, we kind of had to talk Tony into it a little bit, you know, that Josh is ready. And, you know, I don't know. It was a very interesting time. I really liked Josh, thought he was going to be a great coach, and was a great coach. Needed to get on the road a little bit, and it ended up being a really good fit for Josh to be there.